Hey OFP Nation. In today's trader interview, I had the pleasure of meeting and speaking with Tommy, a Hungarian trader now living in the UK. In this interview with Tommy, he shares with us about his experience as a new trader and how OFP has been instrumental in helping him see just how much potential he really has. We also celebrate Tommy's success in achieving more than 10% growth in just a 2-week time frame. So, are you curious to know how Tommy did it? Stick around for the full interview. All right. Hello. How are you?
Hi, I'm good, great. Thanks. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Thank you for asking. Can you do me a favor? And can you please tell us what's your name and where are you from?
Hi, my name is Tommy. Was born in Hungary, lived in Romania, lived in Cyprus, and now I live in the UK.
In the UK. Where about in the UK do you live?
UK, I live in the Lake District, which is up close to the Scottish border. It's a very beautiful place. It's like nice lakes, mountains. It's a really scenic place. It's a nice,
I was
peaceful place as well.
I was going to say that you sound you've got a little bit of a Scottish, like a Scottish twang when you
Okay.
so I don't know how long have you been there, but
I've,
you
I've been here for 13 years now.
13 years? Okay,
Yeah.
so that's enough time to spend somewhere and start to pick up
The lang
the
yeah,
accent.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes, I heard
It's
it.
it is a long time. Probably it's too
Uh,
long.
it is a dream of mine to go to Scotland and Ireland. So
I hope you
someday.
have the chance. It's a very beautiful places to go around Scotland. If you have the chance to go around the coast and everything, and like a road trip, it's absolutely stunning scenery.
I bet it's so beautiful, especially I see it on TV. That's the closest I get. Um, Tommy, how long have you been trading?
Well, I've been I know about trading for quite a long time, but I've not really seriously traded just for the last couple of months. Really, I've been doing some crypto trading for the last couple of years. Nothing large scale or anything like just for hobby, and it's just something to pass the time really and make a few cents here and there just for the fun.
Yeah.
And I got into prop trading through a friend of mine actually who managed to cash out at OFB and. This was a couple of months ago. I think probably around December time, and he still trades with OFP now. And it was just a challenge. Like I said, if you can do it, I can do it. So I kind of had a bit more free time in January, and I signed up to a couple of accounts. And because of the crypto trading, it's more of my style is very long term swing kind of trades where you hold the positions for quite a long time and getting used to the rules and everything that with OFP is like a more day trade kind of setups and everything. It took a while to get used to, so I managed to blow a few accounts. But I said I'm not going to give up, and then after fourth or fifth account, actually, I managed to have a nice payout, which was really happy about. And then obviously I won the bet with my friend, and and everything's going smooth from there. Just trying to get bigger and bigger accounts and take it from here.
Can you tell me, I was just gonna say, is OFP your first prop firm?
Yes, it is. It is the first prop firm.
How interesting. So you came into the prop firm industry and you just went straight to instant funding, didn't even ever take an evaluation.
Yeah, so it's well, I looked at all the options, and OFP with the instant funding seemed the most logical, because and the most profitable if you take all the math in account. Because obviously, if you do an evaluation, most of them has a two stage evaluation, some of them with a one. But then obviously you have to pass a stage till you actually be able to do a withdrawal. With the instant funding, obviously it's probably a bit more expensive. However, you don't have to pass the evaluation phase. So you take less risk out. And obviously, as somebody like myself, a beginner, it's very emotional. So sometimes you're just gonna go in and try to take another trade even when you shouldn't. So that's how I managed to blow most of my accounts, to be honest, really, not focusing on everything and not sticking to all the rules.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I feel like for me personally, diving into instant funding really does something for my psychology in a way that maybe challenges don't. It kind of reminds me of, do you remember when we were kids and we have to take tests when we're kids and sometimes we're not the best, test takers? You know,
Absolutely.
I feel like sometimes I'm not the best test taker in trading, But if you take away the test and I just trade, then I'm fine.
No, it makes perfect sense because obviously, you know, when you learn the rules in depth and you really understand the philosophy behind it and how it works, it really helps you to become a better trader. So the way I see prop firms as not just a way to make extra money, it's just to better yourself as a trader. Because
Mm.
if you don't stick to the rules, obviously your account's blown. So it really doubles down on sticking to the rules, sticking to whatever your plan is, and that I think that will help you to become a better trader in the long term if it's something that you're really into and want to focus on trading for the future.
That's a very good point that you made, Tommy. I've told traders this, and that is the goal is not to stay in prop firms forever. I mean, sure, you can use prop firms for as long as you like, right? But the ultimate goal, if you really are going to take trading seriously and treat it like a business, you eventually want to build your own brokerage account outside of prop firms. Um, and the beauty of prop firms is that prop firms teaches you how to be disciplined so that when you do have your own account with a brokerage, you can take that same discipline that you developed with a prop firm and apply it with your own personal brokerage account, if that makes sense.
No, absolutely, absolutely, and that's what I'm gonna achieve in the long
Yeah.
term. And I think it's really beneficial for everybody to look at it this way, not just that, oh, there's some set rules I need to
Yeah.
stick to.
Yeah. Yeah. You'd be surprised on how many people just don't like rules. So,
I
but
get it. I
yeah,
get it. I don't like rules, but these rules I think they're beneficial. So
for
we'll try
sure.
to learn them.
For sure. How long have you been with us? Because I think you mentioned to me that your friend, it was
Just a
around.
couple of months. I think I signed up sometime in January.
Okay.
So my friend signed up sometime October or November, and he did his cash out just after Christmas, and that's when our bet and a little headbutting started that I can do it as well. If he could do it, I could do it. So I think I signed up sometime in January. I can have a look exactly, but yeah, sometime I think it was just after New Year, something along those lines. And I think I managed to cash out just a couple of weeks ago, really, just end of January.
Yeah, so I saw that you have a 10K account, right? 80% profit split.
Yeah,
And so you just got your first payout recently, right?
yes.
Do you mind sharing what that payout was?
Uh, I'll have a look. 1,700-ish or 1,300-ish. I can't remember exactly
So
on
you
the from the top of my head, but if I'll have a look on the email as well, let me
oh,
just find it. Some payout. I should have been better prepared for this, really. Hmm,
oh no, it's no problem. I didn't even
where did it?
it could have been I saw it, but I don't, I like to give I like to let you
Ah,
choose.
oh yeah. So it was 1,368.99. So that was my 80. That was my 80%.
Okay, so tell me, from the time that you started trading with us in January to the time that you received this payout, how long did it take you to hit your target and your consistency score?
It took about 10 days really, and probably I would have done it a bit sooner. And obviously, as you because I'm not so experienced, obviously, like I said before, it's my first first really attempt at prop trading. It's emotions got in the way, and as soon as the consistency score got down, like to the last few numbers, I was really pushing the trades to go out. So I had to take a breather and took a day out and just chilled out, and then everything started going smoothly again. I think
But
it's just emotions get in the way sometimes.
Tommy, I think you're being modest. And the reason why I say that is because I I think it's amazing that you achieved that in about 10 days, right? And then your payout is more than 10%, right, of the account, right? The account was
Yeah.
10K. So you did more than 10% growth in profit. That's amazing. You know,
Okay, I'll take it.
no, it is amazing because most traders are not doing 10% or more than 10% in 2 weeks' time.
Okay,
Um, that that's not
maybe.
that's not the average for most traders.
Okay.
So that the fact that you were able to achieve that and stay within the trading rule guidelines, and hit your consistency score, I just want to say, go Tommy. Go Tommy.
Yay.
How do you
Yay.
feel about that?
It was it was a really good feeling, especially I managed to win the bet against my friend, so that made me even more happy. But yeah, so I'm really excited, and hopefully this month's gonna be good as well. And then if I manage to do another cash out, then it's gonna be it actually is gonna make me feel that I actually did achieve something, and then it's gonna want me to look at it, focus on a much more serious kind of it, to invest more time and energy into it, because this way we're just looking at here and there. I use TradingView for most of the analysis, and I have some alarm set up, and when price hits a certain target, I get a ping on the phone, and then I have a quick look, and then I have a few more other indicators that I look at, and then just take it from there. But we'll find out. So if basically we made another bet with my friend, he said that it was just beginner's luck. So I took that. So I said, okay, fair enough. But I said, if I'm gonna manage to do another one, then he has to admit that, okay, I'm good. I'm good. I'm amazing.
As a beginner, I think if you do it again, you're definitely onto something. So congratulations on
Thank
that
you very much.
success. Congratulations. It's something to be celebrated for a trader to get a payout, right? Because not everybody gets a payout. But it's also something to be celebrated to achieve more than 10% growth
Happy days. Absolutely.
in 2 weeks' time. So congratulations to you on that.
Thank you.
How would you describe OFP's payout process? For getting that payout, was it
It
smooth?
was very smooth. It's just I think if it's one thing that could be improved, maybe the communication side of it, because it's very straightforward. I'm guessing if you know about prop firms and how things work, it's a very now the second time it's going to be absolutely seamless, very painless, easy process. So the thing is, as the payout button appears in your dashboard, I wasn't really exactly sure what and how to do. So obviously, I had to get in touch with support. Obviously, everyone was very kind and helpful. So I can't complain on anything on that part. Everybody was really helpful on saying what you need to do. But after you press the payout request button, nothing really happens. So just your button goes gray, and everybody and you don't know exactly what to do. So like if when you press the request button, maybe if you get an email or a message or something that sit tight for the next whatever 2 3 days until we process your account and things like that. That would be more reassuring for others as well. But maybe others know exactly the whole process. So that was a bit wasn't frustrating, but was like I was in the dark. So is anything happening now or not happening now? It's just one of those. But
Mhm.
other than that, was everything was really straightforward. Made the account, money's in the account in less than 48 hours, and you could withdraw it and straight away. So it was very seamless from there. It was just about the anxiousness waiting for what's happening in
Yeah,
those 3 4 days.
yeah. And I appreciate your feedback. Thank you for sharing that with us. It's fair, we'll definitely receive that. And, our team is always looking for ways to grow and better our service to our customers, to our trading community. So I appreciate you for sharing that with me. Um, I wanted to ask you, so you've been here for, okay, going on your second month, right? How do you, as a new trader, first and foremost, what kind of trading goals do you have for yourself, kind of long term? Have you thought about that at all?
Not really, because I didn't take trading on as like as a job or to make a living out of it. For me, it was more of a adrenaline rush, chase the adrenaline, have some fun, enjoy yourself. I know it might sound big-headed, but it's just one of those things that something gives a bit of extra excitement and things like that. But when you actually can see that you can make money out of it, you can make serious money out of it, because I've seen on Discord and on that people take, I have 6 7 big number, 6 7 figure withdrawals and everything. So you can actually make very serious money out of it, and if you put your time and energy into it, I think it's a very profitable business.
I think, Tommy, if you give yourself an opportunity to see how consistent you can be with your smaller account, you could at some point take some of your profits from what you earn in your smaller account, and you can invest in a larger account, and now you can triple perhaps, or more, what you're making by just doing the same thing you've already been doing. Um,
That's the plan.
yeah. So that's the
That's
plan.
the plan. Yeah, that's the plan going forward. Obviously, I just want to prove my friend that I can do two
You
cash
can
outs
do it.
and then try to scale it up and see how far it can go, and
Yeah.
maybe turn a hobby to something more professional.
Yeah, absolutely. You could turn it into a whole business, a trading business.
So sounds fun.
How do you see OFP? I know you haven't given a whole lot of thought, although you did say, at some point you'd like to probably scale your capital. How do you see OFP as being a part of that journey? Do you see us in the picture at all? Like, what does that look like for you?
Oh, absolutely. Like I said before, OFP is the first prop firm I ever used, but I don't see the need to go to any other really because the as soon as you understand the rules and you embed it in yourself, it's fairly easy to stick to them. You just have to follow your set principles and adjust your style to to the rules of the prop firm. So I think I'm gonna be here for a long time.
Well, we look forward to it. I like your
Absolutely.
style,
Thank you.
Tommy.
Thank you.
All right, my friend. So you mentioned that you're a swing trader. I would love to, if you have a brief moment, could you share with me like what your trading strategy is, in case any traders are curious how you were able to achieve that amazing 10, 11% that you did?
Of course, absolutely. It's fairly simple, and yeah, I'm more than happy to.
Request
Let me just.
request the screen share from me so that I can give you access and then you
Okie
can
doke.
share your screen. Beautiful.
Excellent. Can you see it now?
Yes, sir, I can see it.
Perfect. Okay, so the way I start on my personal account with I mostly do Bitcoin really
Okay.
because it's fairly easy. So I always start have a look on a 1 day chart really and just take it from there.
Mhm.
And so the way I start is some ignore everything else over there. But the way I start is have a look at weekly. Let's do one for this week. Uh, so just start. So this is this week's candle. This is last week's candle,
Yep.
and I'll just go very simple.
Mark the high and the low. A
Yeah,
bullet.
exactly.
That's exactly what I
So
do.
oops, sorry, mouse not really working. I think mouse is emotional like me as well. And obviously, I'm not professional, so I only uh, please don't judge me on that one.
If you're
And then
if it's working for you and you're getting payouts, don't worry about what I think.
exactly. Thank you. Uh, and then we obviously go down to the daily and we just adjust them. I like to adjust them here a little bit just so I can see it better.
I see.
And then really take it from there. It seems so to me, this will look like a support and resistance kind of thing. And I'm hoping for a bounce or a rejection. And I use EMA cross as well, which I know it's a lagging indicator, but it does work for me.
It
And
does.
I think as long as it works for me and until it works for me, I'm happy. So I did a bit of tinkering with it, and obviously, if with Pine Editor, you can edit the scripts a little bit for yourself. And I just look for entries, and obviously, when a cross occurs and a couple of candles close after the cross, I find it safe enough to go long. And this is one of the trades in my personal account. And obviously, I got the sign, second one crossed, and just opened the long. And then slowly I do a trailing stop loss and then go back slowly, going on smaller time frames, looking for better entries, and then adjusting the stop loss really. And then just I use the 199 moving average as a trailing stop loss. Sometimes it works well, sometimes it doesn't. And that's about it really. Nothing special, nothing intricate. I don't look at too many information. I just like to keep it simple. And that's about it. And hopefully gonna do a short here eventually. As soon as we'll see if it closes over or above in the next 4 hours today, and then we'll take it from there.
Okay, so let me see if I'm gathering, okay? So it sounds like you market the high and the low of the previous weekly candle, right? Because that candle
Yeah,
is completed, it's closed, and now we're in a new week, all right? So you
exactly.
do that to identify your support and resistance, okay? Now, are you trading off of the 4-hour time frame?
For my OFP account, I trade from the 15 minutes and the hourly.
Now you said you enter when you obviously when you see the crossing of the EMAs, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
obviously, if it's crossing to the upside, we're looking for up
Long.
along, right? Same
Yes.
thing in reversal. Now,
Exactly.
are you taking profit at the high of the weekly high for a buy?
Yes. So with OFP, I really try to go on one and a half or maybe two sometimes risk reward. So let's say with this one, for example, here, I got this one a couple of hours ago at 4:30 UK time.
Hmm.
So I would go in here on a long. I will put the stop loss just down here. So what's that would have been 97.7 and would have put the stop at 96.8, so about £1,000. And I'm gonna the take profit is one and a half of the stop loss. So let's say it was 1,000 points stop loss, so it's gonna be 1,500 points take profit. So the take profit would be 1,819. So more or less exactly
Yeah,
where my resistance line or
yeah,
my imaginary resistance line is. So that's more or less going to be my take profit.
yeah. And then of course, once we reach the weekly high, right, we're either looking either from a bounce back down or we're looking for price to break the previous weekly high and create a new area of support.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Do you typically like just get in and hold it, or do you get in?
Uh, it really depends.
Yeah,
So if I prefer I try as much as I can to put the trade and leave it because otherwise I get too emotional.
yeah,
And sometimes I do the trading stop loss quite too early, and
yeah.
then it hits break even. And then if I feel too emotional, I'm gonna enter it again, and then obviously it's gonna go against what it should be.
Yeah,
So I do try to leave it as much as possible, but I do like to take profits as well. So if it goes over 75% in my side, then I'm definitely going to take a nice, probably 50% profit, or
okay.
take the stop loss up to more than break even.
We've got 9 minutes left. Um, Real quick, as somebody who swings and holds trades, um, do you tend to, I know you just said you take profit at like over 75%. How does that work with the TVS, right? Or the inconsistency score,
Um, so this is a big mental focus as well because on my personal account I let the trades go quite a lot longer on a
right?
bigger time frames, and I move my stop losses on a bigger time frames because obviously moving averages is different from each time frame you're looking at it. So on OFP I do have to have extra attention just to make sure that I'm sitting with the consistency score and everything. And obviously it was very challenging, but you get used to it. And I don't think the
Yeah.
consistency score is that bad. I think the consistency score does help you to become a better trader because if you're looking at getting several trades a day, then you really need to be consistent. Whereas if you just do it like me on in my personal account, when you just open a trade for long or whatever and you keep it for a few weeks, it doesn't really affect you as much because there's very big swings. But in my OFP account, you have to be careful of not having one too big of a loss and your account's closed. And
Oh,
second, if you have too big of a win, then you have to make sure that you do have enough smaller profits to get to the consistency score to be able to do the withdrawal as you should.
what have you found to be the most helpful for you to do that? Is taking partial profits along the way something that helps you?
Taking partial profits and don't get married to a trade. So if you're meant to take profit, just take profit,
Yeah.
and don't worry. There's always going to be plenty of trades in the market, I
Yeah,
think.
I always tell people, Tommy, trades are like buses or trains. If you miss one, another one is coming.
That's a very nice way of saying it. That's absolutely true.
It's very true. I appreciate you so much for sharing this. Just real quick, which EMAs are you using? Is it 10 and 20?
10, 20, and 99.
99 for your stop
Yeah,
loss.
yes, and I do. to mix them up a little bit. Sometimes it's a 9 and a 19, or it really depends. I like to fine tune it every now and week. Have a look at it, how the previous week went, how previous days went, and sometimes you might need to tweak it in one way or the other.
Beautiful, beautiful. Oh man, well, Tommy, it's been such a pleasure. I before I let you go, I just want to ask you, and what I'll do is we can stop sharing your screen. Um, do you have any final words of advice for any traders thinking about, trading with OFP? What would you say to them?
I would really recommend OFP for everyone, really, even if you just to become a more disciplined trader, because when you open your own personal account, for example, you don't have anybody to guide you really. That's you, and maybe if you follow a signal provider or somebody, you just put in their trades, and that's about it. But with OFP, you have the rules, which I know nobody likes rules, or quite a few people. I don't like rules, but they are really beneficial for you to become a better trader, and it does help you. It did help me quite a lot, even in my personal trading with my swings, just to how to focus on some of the things, and maybe remove some of the errors
Yeah.
from my trading. So I think overall it's beneficial. And even if you blow an account, you still learn something, in my opinion. So that's how the whole experience was for me. Was mostly learning for everything really.
Well, I appreciate you sharing that. Thank you so much.
No, very welcome. Thanks for having me.
It was a pleasure. I really love talking to you today, Tommy. I love your spirit, your energy, your optimism for your trading. I'm excited for you. The world of trading can be so exciting. It can be stressful,
Oh,
emotional.
absolutely.
Like you said, you're emotional. I always tell people trading is a spiritual journey. Honestly, I feel like you have to grow mentally, emotionally, spiritually in order to really be such a great trader. So I personally wish you so much success, on your journey, and I'm excited to see how you grow just as a trader in general, but also just how you grow with us here at OFP. And maybe Tommy, you can join me for a podcast episode sometime. That would be fun.
Sounds very interesting. Absolutely,
Yeah, that'd be
absolutely. The beginner.
great. All right, my friend. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for today's interview.
Ah, that's great. Thanks a lot. It was lovely meeting you, and have a nice night. See you
Yeah,
later.
absolutely.